Hi, I'm Deborah Centella with Aquaseas Realty in Pasco County, Florida, and I'm going to talk today about what to expect on closing day. Closing day is a very exciting day for everybody involved, buyers and sellers, obviously. And it's a point of time that we have worked so hard to get to, especially buyers. If you're financing, you know the process that you've been through the last couple weeks. So it's exciting to hear that you have the clear to close and they don't need anything else from you until closing day. There are a few steps in between that clear to close to actually sitting down at the closing table. And one of those is you're going to get a CD or closing disclosure. And basically what that is all the costs that were associated with the purchase of the home. Could be lender's fees, closing fees from your closing agent, the insurances, the taxes, sellers. There's going to be, the commission's going to be on the seller side. As well as your prorated taxes. And on that CD, for the buyers, it's going to have cash due at closing from you. And on the sellers, it's going to have cash due to seller at closing. So you will have the exact figures, exactly to the penny, buyers, of what you need to bring to the closing table for your down payment and for your closing cost. They do not take a check, unfortunately, at closing or cash. So these funds would need to be wired over, and the closing company, the title company, closing agent, will have that information for you. And I know I keep calling it a couple of other things, more than one thing, closing agent, escrow agent. I know because a lot of people up north, they're used to having an attorney, it being done by a lawyer at a lawyer's office. Down here in Florida, we have an escrow agent, and it's usually done, the closing agent is within a title company. So that's why I keep calling it many different things, because it's called many different things by different people depending on where in the United States you live in. Another thing is you're going to want to do a final walkthrough of the property before you go to the closing table. You're going to walk through the property. You're going to make sure that the plumbing is still working, that lights are still working, that the seller has left everything that they had said that they were going to leave, such as the fridge. If the seller said that they were leaving the appliances, you want to make sure that they did not take them. You want to make sure that they did not swap them out. You want to make sure that if, the fans, ceiling fans were supposed to stay, that they're still there. And you also want to make sure that there was no damage done during the seller's move out. I know a lot of moving companies help sellers move. They could have put a hole in the wall or scraped up the wood floors. Those are things that you're going to be looking for. So after that is done, you're going to sit down at the closing table. The very first thing that they're going to ask you is for your driver's license or ID. So please make sure that you bring that. Very important. Cannot happen until we have that information. They want to make sure that it is you that is signing the papers. And speaking of papers, if you're financing, be prepared. You're going to have a stack about that thick to sign. It's a lot of lender paperwork, a lot of transferring of property paperwork. It's a lot. And so just start practicing, signing your signature and getting those muscles worked, because it is going to be a lot of signing. After all the papers are signed, the escrow agent is going to confirm that the money that was due from the buyer has reached the bank, that it has been wired. And as soon as they have confirmation of that, you're going to get your keys. So congratulations, you're a homeowner.